In this video, we are going to talk about Saturn in purvabhadrapada nakshatra, padas, symbolism and more. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. Help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic Astrology. And if you want to learn Vedic Astrology step by step, join me on 33 days Vedic Astrology Bootcamp. And if you're new to Vedic Astrology, watch out my 3 hours free workshop. The link is in the description. And we have hundreds of videos on Vedic astrology about the placements, nakshatra, houses, rashis and all of that. Check out my playlist on my channel. Saturn in purvabhadrapada nakshatra. Purvabhadrapada nakshatra ranges from 20 degrees of Aquarius to 3 degrees 20 minutes of Pisces. It has 4 padas: Aries, Taurus, Gemini and Cancer. It has 2 padas which are Pushkar Navamsha. The second pada of Taurus and the fourth pada of Cancer are Pushkar Navamshas. The symbol associated with the Purvabhadrapada nakshatra is 2-faced man or 2 swords or the front legs of the funeral cart or the vehicle which is taking the coffin. This is the last journey. The front leg of the funeral cart. Purvabhadrapada nakshatra is also dasha ruled by Jupiter. So if you have moon placed into this Purvabhadrapada nakshatra, your dasha sequence will start with Jupiter. The deity associated with the Purvabhadrapada nakshatra is Aja Ekapada. It's a one-footed unborn goat which is form of Rudra, form of Shiva, which is ruling this nakshatra. This nakshatra is a powerful nakshatra. This nakshatra is about creating wealth. But this wealth is not like the Revati. This wealth is created with the power. This nakshatra has the intense and powerful energy, and it gives atmosphere of this powerful energy to the planets which are placed into these degrees of these rashis, into these nakshatras. Let's talk about them. Saturn in Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. What is Saturn? We have already made videos dedicated to what is Saturn, but let me quickly summarize what is Saturn. Saturn is all that is negative in your life. Saturn likes to restrict you. Saturn is about your disabilities, is distrust. Saturn questions everything. He's an intellectual guy. He's ugly, but at the same time he's intelligent, disciplined, dedicated. And you would be surprised to know Saturn is the son of the sun. Sun is reliable, stable, disciplined, and Saturn gets these qualities from the sun, and he's also disciplined. He's also known to have a perseverance. He has that continuous efforts, discipline and sincerity. That's what Saturn is. Now, the planet of sincerity comes into the nakshatra which is about power. When Saturn comes into the nakshatra of Purvabhadrapada nakshatra in your chart, it shows they are the spiritual hard workers who are here to do a hardcore tapasya, are here to do some serious spiritual progress. We talked about Sun in Purvabhadrapada, which is about the leaders in the spiritual things. Saturn in Purvabhadrapada is more about a working person who is here to do the sadhana, tapasya, which is very difficult to do. And you would be surprised to see the deity associated with this is 1 foot. And you would see people would stand on 1 feet to do the sadhana. So the extreme sadhana and upasanas can be seen with Saturn in Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. This nakshatra is associated with occult and the darker side of the energy world, which is like a black magic and agoris and all kinds of things which is not tapped into by normal people. When Saturn comes in here, these people take serious efforts into the field of spirituality. They are here to make a difference in their life with the help of these sadhanas. The planet of secrecy comes into the nakshatra of dual personality. Ajayikapada is symbolized as a two-faced man. So these people have two different lives running parallelly. And nobody knows about it. For example, you might see these people working out somewhere as a normal 9 to 5 job, and you may not even know anything about them, but they would be on a much higher plane when it comes to spirituality. They will be practicing so many deeper and difficult spiritual practices because of this placement. Purvabhadrapada nakshatra tends to have some karma around their identity. These people have a difficult time with their identity. It doesn't mean it's bad, but they themselves have not tapped into the two-faced man they are. For example, very few people would know about them, about their spiritual qualities. And Saturn is a simple, humble, old, wise guy. The planet representing wisdom comes into the nakshatra, which is about deep spiritual practices. These people have secrets about the tantra, secrets about astrology, secrets about all the mystical things. And they are on a journey of self-realization when it comes to Saturn, because Saturn shows you reality. The planet of reality comes into the nakshatra of the hidden spiritual things. This shows these people have some profound understanding about these spiritual things like tantra, and they do practice it. So the powerful universal energy of purvabhadrapada is flowing through the consistent, sincere, wise, hard-working energy of Saturn, and now that manifests through these people, and they tend to do better with these combinations. So there are 4 padas into Purvabhadrapada nakshatra. The first pada of Purvabhadrapada nakshatra goes into the Aries Navamsha, which is the sign of debilitation for Saturn. So Saturn here feels uncomfortable and has an identity crisis, because this Saturn is looking for the self, is into the nakshatra which is two-faced nakshatra, and now it is into the debilitation sign of Aries, which is also about the self. And all this is happening into the sign of Aquarius, which is about letting go the individuality for the greater human consciousness, for the society consciousness. So these people have a difficult time knowing about themselves. These people have to work really hard to find who they are. They have to be really consistent, like Saturn, in order to know themselves. So they are determined to know themselves more than anyone else. The second pada of this nakshatra goes into the Taurus Navamsha, which is Pushkar Navamsha, and Saturn feels grounded and earthy into this pada. These people love to work on themselves. Now Saturn here feels at friend's house of Venus and in its own sign of Aquarius, gives them understanding about this deep mystical things with this placement. And these people work towards these occult and mystical themes and have a lot of valuable insights about this deeper and rare knowledge. The third pada of this nakshatra goes into the sign of Gemini. Gemini is all about communication. The planet of wisdom goes into the pada which is about Gemini is all about the communication. So when Saturn goes in here into the pada of Gemini, more than communication, it is also about the pada of intellect because of the Mercurian impact on this pada. So these people tend to communicate things better about this abstract spiritual occult things. So these people can give words to the abstract things and communicate better. The fourth pada of this nakshatra is Cancer. This is also a Pushkar Navamsha. Though Saturn is not comfortable with the Cancer sign because Cancer is emotion and Saturn is about the coldest of the energies. Saturn is not emotional. And Saturn doesn't like to get emotional. Saturn is more about getting things done, doing what is required. Even Mars is like that, but Mars is more hot, competitive, and more like a forceful energy. And Saturn is quiet, consistent, and disciplined energy to achieve what they want to achieve with this placement. Okay, so yes, this was Saturn in Purvabhadrapada nakshatra, as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. If you want to learn Vedic astrology step by step, join me on 33 days Vedic astrology bootcamp. Link is in the description. Sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace. Namaste.